Imagine spending years making millions from adult films and then trying one day to sweep every single clip, picture, and mention of the work of the internet after becoming a mother. That is the plan Riley Reid is chasing right now. But the online world has other ideas. If you've scrolled through social media lately, you've seen the storm around former adult star Riley Reid. She got married, had a baby, and then asked Satch to remove all her old videos. The strange twist? She's still posting paid, not safe for work content on her own pages. People online are calling her two-faced. I mean, who wouldn't? And some are putting up a dark confession she made years back about forcing herself on a boy. Today, I want to unpack this messy story, show you the facts I found, and share my honest thoughts. As most of you watching probably know already, Riley first became known for adult movies, the kind that make your thing go bing. Money came fast, fame came even faster, and soon she sat near the top of that world. Now, after wedding a partner, a well-known athlete, and welcoming their first child, the mood around her has shifted. She says she regrets her past. In one interview, she cried like a little baby, saying her old job cost her family ties, privacy, and might harm her child in the future. I mean, why didn't you think that earlier? At first, that sounds fair if you talk in YouTube terms. Many new parents look back and wish they had done things in a new way, but people online are not buying it. Why? Because while she speaks about regret, she still sells explicit photos and clips on sites she controls. I saw many posts asking how she can warn girls away from adult work while earning from that same work. One comment I read asked, "How can you say the P word ruined your life? Well, you still bank off it every single day." Another asked what her husband thinks when she films new spicy scenes. These messages are not polite as expected. They drip with anger and many call her a liar. Then the story turns even darker. While digging, net users found old tweets from 2011 where Riley joked about forcing the S word on a teenage boy. In one tweet, she bragged that she R-worded a kid in a movie theater because she wanted to lose her virginity. Those words stayed online long enough for screen grabs, and now they haunt her. I saw endless threads where people asked why she never faced blame for that act. For many men who face assault, joking about it stings. I read posts saying, "This is why male victims stay quiet." To be honest, in this kind of world, this is the truth. They feel people only care when the victim is a woman. So now outrage that Riley is not about double standards in the P word. It is also about justice for that boy she did the thing in the theater. Riley has not kept silent. She fired back with a video telling trolls to grow up and stop mocking her baby. She said no insult can break her because her childhood trauma was even worse. Some watchers, the Sims, felt sorry for her and pointed out that attacking a child is low. Others said she was pulling the victim card to dodge honest blame. While the fire burns like a raging wildfire, Riley still has strong fans who watch and worship every single day to her the videos, and they open their pants and take out their meat and do you know what. I see many calling her smart for making legal money. They argue she owes no one an apology. Some note that male stars rarely face this heat when they retire. They feel the hate is fueled by envy and old school shame around female, the S word. News pages add another layer. Some articles focus on Riley's fake tears and paint her as a woman searching for peace, mainly the woke articles. Other write-ups highlight the old assault tweets and demand answers. The split makes the story even harder to read. Is Riley a changed person seeking a clean slate? Definitely not. Or a businesswoman trying to look sorry while the cash keeps rolling in? Definitely yes. Let me share my own take. I think two truths can sit in one room. First, Riley can feel real regret as a mother. Parenthood flips your world upside down. Second, she can still love money and choose not to quit a business that pays her more in a month than most see in a year. Those truths rub against each other, and that rub sparks the anger we see. There is also the question of time. Those tweets came about 14 years ago. Does time heal every single sin? Maybe for some acts, yes, but assault jokes are a heavy sin. If Riley wants real forgiveness, she needs to speak on it plainly and show growth, not just delete links. Another point is the internet's memory. Riley's wish to erase the past runs into a very hard wall. Nothing really vanishes online, especially the kind of stuff she did in the past. Even if every big site pulled out scenes, they wouldn't. Private copies live on hard drives around the world. I've heard the news that Bin Laden had his stuff in his hard drives. Screenshots of old words will float forever. Trying to hide them often backfires and makes people look even deeper. It's like trying to put out a grease fire with water. It only spreads the flames. I ask myself, is the hate fair? Some of it is. Calling out mixed messages and past wrongs is part of public speech. But some attacks go way past fair. Laughing at her baby or wishing harm on her family crosses a line. We can question her choices without cheering for pain. I also notice how fast crowds switch love to hate. Years ago, many of the same simp users praising her videos now label her as trash because they've finally woken up. The net builds people up then tears them down. Riley's case is a clear lesson. Fame earned from short content comes with a price that shows up later, often when your life shifts and you seek a calmer image. Looking ahead, what could Riley do? Turn to Buddhism? She might stop selling new explicit content to match her words. She could give a full public apology about the assault tweet and explain what she learned, what she did in the theater with the boy. She might set up work that does not lean on her old brand, maybe coaching, writing, or comedy as she once hinted. Will she? I don't know. Maybe not, because the amount of money pouring on her bank account is absolutely enormous. But without steps like that, the gap between her message and her actions will stay wide. This saga also forces us to think about forgiveness online. Do we allow public figures like her to grow online, or do we lock them forever to their worst post? Each person will answer in their own way. For me, change is possible, but it must be shown with clear acts, not just sad, hypocrite words. As I wrap up, I feel two strong thoughts. 1. The internet never quite forgets. 2. Our past can meet our future in a crash if we're not honest with ourselves. Riley Reid is living that crash in full view. Whether she climbs out with grace or shrinks under the weight of mixed choices depends on what she does next. Before I finish, I want to look at what other parents have to say. Many mothers online feel torn as expected. They get the wish to guard a child, yet fear that wiping the past sends the wrong signal. One post said, "Kids learn more from clear truth than from hidden files." They think Riley could, when a child is older, sit down and explain every single thing. I don't know how she's gonna do that. Turning her past into a life lesson about choices and change. There is also the mental health side. Leaving the adult scene can mean lost friends, lost cash, and heavy judgment. If Riley wants a fresh path, I hope she has a solid support, a good therapist, and also a good security guard. I also keep thinking about the husband. People online drop his name and then bash him, but I've not heard him speak much. It must be strange to cheer your partner's growth while strangers replay her old clips and then do this. Maybe he feels real proud, maybe he feels sadly hurt. Either way, the pair will need steady trust to face the waves still coming. In the end, this story is a mirror for all of us. We click, we judge, we forget these screens show real people with real babies. Let's hold them to fair standards, but let's also keep our own kindness when we type. So stay tuned. I will track how this story grows, how the mother, the husband, and the internet will move. If you want honest taking plain words, stick with me, because the next topic will shock you even more very soon. Peace out.